There you go. Now,
On. More. More.
one
Modal.
last thing and I'll be ready to
Post
go.
comment.
We in here,
Modal.
y'all. Just share this
Dialogue.
live.
Double tap
Share
to
this
activate.
love and share this live.
Edit box. Post a
We almost ready to go
detected.
live.
Text. Post a comment.
Got one more thing I gotta
Showing
get out
English
of
US
here.
QWERTY keyboard. Voice input.
Hopefully I
Window
can do it in time
clipboard.
without
Close clip. English
missing
US QWERTY
it.
keyboard hidden. https://StreamYard.
Okay,
Showing English
do
US
that.
modal. Select which destinations to post a editing. Edit box. Post a comment. Clipboard.
Of course, it can't be
Close
just
clip.
one. It can't just go the
https
first time, right?
showing modal. Editing. https home button.
And then look,
Mode editing.
right on time for it to be late.
Close button. Chat button. Stream
Right on time for it
keyboard
to be
hidden.
just out of sync of time. Some
Brand
bullshit.
color. Regular weekly banners.
Hey now, how we doing, y'all? We in here and we going down here. We ready to go down now. So I hope y'all ready to go while we get it going and we do what we do.
Enter pin.
Because we about to go in. Hold up. As soon as I get this damn thing unlocked. My damn
At
screen,
least
of
4
course,
digits.
is being weird.
Screen off.
Of course he's doing stupid
17
shit.
notifications.
It's only right
Zero.
that
Zero.
that one
Zero.
thing out of the
Zero.
whole
8.
thing does something stupid.
9. Delete. 0. Post. Device unlocked.
See?
Instagram.
Now how hard was
Underscore
it?
notifications. Collapse. Red circle. Expand. Collapse. Next track. Button. Play.
Let's go.
Face. O-N-T.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. Let's go. Yeah. Now share this live while we got some time. Cause this your boy and I'm blind. And I must have confessed it a couple of times. But it's that time. So hey.
Grab your camera phone, see your device.
Yeah.
Take out your shoes.
And grab yourself some. Yeah, yeah.
Cause the easy show is online.
That's right, that's right.
Saturday, 7 p.m.
We on a live.
Camera phone, see
Yeah.
your device.
Let's go.
Take out your shoes. Grab yourself some popcorn.
Uh-huh.
Cause the easy show is online.
Yeah, yeah.
Chill with us. Thank you so much.
You know.
We got the vibe.
We get to my room. Yes, I'm blind.
Catch me Monday through Saturday live.
7 p.m. East Coast time. Yeah, yeah.
We on the rise, kick up the shoes.
Now pick up the drive. Motivate mine. All up on your line. Hey, waste this time. It's a new way music with an independent drive. Yeah, yeah.
Talk like Thursday, where if you don't talk to me.
And please ease open might be the place where you can show your time to me.
But I like Saturdays to remind me of the most type of days.
You can get on mic and you can rock the stage, but you only got 30 minutes. Join the stream.
So what you come for me, you can be a part of me in the PCT.
I call my piece, P. Weebles Peace. Catch me weekly on the Blunt MC.
What you come for me, you can be a part of me in the PCT. I call my PCT.
Come on and talk about it. Yeah, yeah. Speaking of that, so dedicating portion of the song, man. We are about to talk about some crazy things that we are pretty sure you guys are just dying to get into. I'm pretty sure. So while I got this time and I've just shared that, gave you that little introduction, man, with just enough time to, keep it real with you. What's up, keeping it real? What is the real business with y'all, man? I hope y'all guys are ready. Share this love, share this live, man. Because like I said, we got a lot we want to join in this conversation with. See first if I can find specifically some. Drop that. For some reason, I have to go hunt down something that I was about to have me a conniption up in this piece real quick. Like, don't make sense. Just don't make damn sense. Especially when, you try to be presentable, you know what I'm saying? You try to be a certain way about stuff. You know what I mean? I done got to a point where I done made it so You know, a lot of these things are minimized to a sit, not so crazy on the noise factor as it used to be. You know, back in the days when we was doing the PZ show when we first started, we didn't really have a structural setup around this to give this little professionalism, and we're able to connect with you guys and get you guys' information, talk to you guys, and you know, transmit a sound conversation out of some things. You know what I'm saying? So, with today's topic Tuesday, we're just bringing up some issues that we tend to go across. You know what I mean, when we dealing with life situations. You know what I mean? Um, and the question I came with today, you know what I mean, for today's topic Tuesday, because I was sitting there scratching my brain, which is why it took me a while for the post to go up for the ad today's episode. So I was just like measuring what would be an important conversation to bring to somebody. You know what I mean? Just to be in a general sense of having a really sound conversation with someone that really would make for a full roundabout topic, a tangible substantive topic, you know what I'm saying? And measuring one's trust in a friend tends to be something that I feel like we do often. You know what I mean? Whether we look at it in one way or another, um, especially when we're dealing with people who we either connected with a lot or we have a frequent connection with them. Um, it is somewhat of a measurement involved. You know what I mean? Um, Someone you have been friends with, or you have they've been great friends to you for so long, about an extension of time, um, would really have almost connected with you on a level akin to a relative, you know what I mean? Someone of a relative, you know what I mean? That's how closely connected the love of that connection would get, or that value would be measured, you know what I'm saying? So, what tonight's topic is calling for is the questionnaire of today's topic, which is, how do you measure your trust in friendship? How does one take inventory of such a thing? Yeah, I mean, like, it may seem a little far fetched when you look at it, and in most cases, it does seem a bit out of place. But um, I just think that when we're looking at the situation as a whole, we're saying to ourselves that each individual person that we are connected to, you know um, they have a value, set on them, or they have a level in which you would trust them, um, and that level is very varies between these individual people. So it's not something that um, you would say you would have the same equal friendship for each of your friends. um, and I can be honest and say that I tend to do that myself sometimes. I probably have a lot, of people in my circle of friends that I definitely treat differently than I treat other friends. Mainly because of the simple fact that there's a level of mentality around these things. So even in that, the level of trust with someone is weighed in that same manner. If you ask me, I feel like all too often we don't take that note of that, but at the same time, those of us who do, we tend to weigh it out in a different way. You know what I mean? It's just how it is. You know what I mean? And I don't know, like, for myself, I feel like this is a question that I dig into because of the fact I'm curious to hear the answers, that would come out of it. Mainly because I just want to know, like, and I would love to hear from you, whether it's now here, if you tapping in, or if you're coming through, you want to join the show and in the other way, which is commenting on the stream, like on or leaving that message in the comment section of this live stream on the recap. That's great because either way, I got something of a tool tip to work on, you know what I mean, to work with, I should say. So I'm sorry. But this is what we're doing, you know what I mean? And this is kind of the topic that I felt would have been a good space to start in. Um, Mainly because like just last what couple weeks now we've been having different discussions revolving around these last couple Tuesdays. We've just been having conversations that have revolved around um, friendship and different situations with being friends with people and how these things change and affect you. You know what I mean? Yeah, like some of it comes in a good way, some of it comes in a bad way. But at the end of the day, it's a change nonetheless. And we as human beings have to, acknowledge that part of it, because it is a part of who we are. Um, at the same time, we should be vigilant in knowing these situations and adjusting as such. Because myself, I realize that a lot of my friends have different levels to them. I have a bunch of intellectual friends that come with tangible conversations and deep thoughted out concepts, while I also have those other friends, those that the ones that you couldn't leave them 5 minutes away, out of your sight without something bad happening or something going down that probably shouldn't have went down, but because the position in which this person has seen something there or some type of thing happen, and all of these opportunities flared up, and it just goes. So for me, I have to set a scale on this situation, you know what I mean, so to speak. So it's just like, for me, I'm weighing out my levels of different variable levels of trust that I have in my friends. So it just, I don't know, for some reason it feels like it has to be on that level, because of the simple fact, some people just, for me, I'm willing to be friends with you if your consideration and mine align. You know what I mean? Your mindset and mine have something of a similarity. I'm very easy to get along with, but at the same time, I do have things that make me individual as well. So I am very much a person who will befriend you, will talk with you, but will also set lines in the sand and say, listen, you know what I mean? We cool and all, but look, this ain't it. This ain't where we hitting at. You know, let's just be real. But yeah, I think that's something that we all do, and I mean, in our own little ways. But I just curiously would like to know, because we have an opportunity to discuss some things, and it may not seem like an important topic right now, but for me, I think this would be very much a valuable conversation to take in, because it really just expands on the whole evolutionary situation that we've had to endure, especially over these last couple of years now, coming out of um, the pandemic, and or I was gonna say coming out of a pandemic. We're still in the damn pandemic. It's 3 years in, and we're basically dealing with the last, what is, like the sixth variant or some crazy shit. Like, come on, we got so many damn different variants that have shown up in the last year. It's just ridiculous. And I'm quite frankly COVID out. I know COVID ain't caring about whether or not I care about it being out here or whatever. Um, but at the same time, it's a lot on a person's mental. It's a lot on a lot of things about humanity that causes us to have these, breakdowns in situations. Some things that were once foundations or pillars of support and hope are looking brittle and frail and falling apart at some point. And what we need to do now is come up with a new um, a new format. I just feel like there's times where we have reached a great percentage of good things going, and then all of a sudden we go on a road that we can't turn back from. And in many cases, it's just us trying to understand what has happened in that time span and figure out how we can um, basically attain um, any kind of self dignity from these major situations that have changed, lives in many ways. Like many people have had to swallow bitter pills um, all over these alterations, and but at the same time, we're trying to break, kind of running off topic here, but just thinking, and I've been thinking about this because I feel like this is something that a lot of us may not have even noticed. I mean, I've noticed it mainly because of the simple fact I associate myself with people on a level that's that's a lot more inclusive. So um, my range in how I connect with people is different, and it's just me trying to, get around there. What's going on, Dr. Tyra? Peace and love to you today. What's going on, y'all? I appreciate y'all for tuning in with us tonight. We, like I said, are trying to talk about how we measure trust in friendships. And that to me is where I'm at. You give me that conversation. You know what I'm saying? Um, you want to get into that. We can do that. Um, Definitely. But like I said, this is where we have the floor for all of you guys to talk on, have that discussion, open up the floor for you to break down your analysis on how you see it. You know what I'm saying? So, all of you that have tuned in or are tuning in, if you have that answer that I am listening out for,
Folders.
I would love to hear it.
Off.
Absolutely love it.
Comment actions.
So give me a minute
The
here. I'm
PC
gonna
Show.
put this.
Facebook. The PC show William
Comment
Allen likes
actions.
their video talk about
Button.
Tuesday topic of the day live.
Yeah,
Off.
appreciate
Dialogue.
that,
List.
buddy. Appreciate that,
Start
my
comment.
guy. All love, all love. Thank you for sharing
StreamYard.
too.
Studio. Web view.
And that's what I mean, bro. Like this is what I'm talking about. Like
On.
the friendship,
Banners.
the
Brand.
friendship is a
Selected.
very, very
Start one. StreamYard.
it should be the
Live. On.
foundation,
PZTV. The PC Show live.
that a lot of people
HTTPS. Comment
utilize
action.
in the world
Dialogue.
when it comes
Start
to
comment.
connections and how we
StreamYard.
connect.
Studio. Web
These
view.
things are very, very much, you know what I mean, institutional in our lives. They help to shape and mold us into, some of the people that are good people, not
Cam.
these crazy
Button.
ass fucking
Double tap to activate.
crazy weirdos that be
Yes.
out here doing weird
Button.
shit.
Double
But
tap to
crazy,
activate.
in
More.
a crazy way,
Button.
it really
Double tap to activate.
helps us to acknowledge
Yes.
um,
Button.
our
Double tap
strength
to activate.
in numbers, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? But like I'm very much all about making these, great connections with people because you know what I mean. Like I would like to get to know, you know, um, the inner workings of different people. Like, and I don't know, maybe it's just me. I feel like at some point, when it came to how I even involved myself with the music, um, I looked at it as a way to connect with people. You know what I mean? Because when I started, you know, finding my way in the world, so to speak, as you know, as a young kid, I didn't really have much of a skill set that I was good at. You know, I did every sport that I could do in my neighborhood that was available, and you know, I grew up, I tried to, you know, just advance my learning, my experiences, everything, you know, because I wanted to be someone who enjoyed the company of others because of the thrill of being around other people. And as I finish my thought, let's take a little smoke break real quick for the 420 folks over on the West Coast.
Marvin, here is your reminder. It's time to smoke some dank for the West Coast.
Well, thank you.
Anytime. Literally. Playing.
Yeah, we usually do have a good day. I try anyway. I mean, what more can you do? Hmm. And that, my friends, might have just been the last of the Mohegans. But days like this, man, I'm glad I get paid on. I get paid on Thursdays or Fridays instead of Thursdays. But you know how it goes. It's just you know, it's the way of the world nowadays. You know, we have such a techno era that we're in. You know, everybody's got a tablet, everybody's got a device, everybody's got something, and their face is planted. You know, what you do to keep them paying attention to you matters a lot more than anything else. I think to more people now, and it's just a measurement to me. You know what I mean? In a way, like certain people, because for myself personally, I don't know um, how to be any more impressive. Impressive. You know what I mean? Aside from probably if I didn't have such a lack of funds at the moment, I wouldn't be much like this. But hey, I'm one of those artists that I ain't finna lie to you niggas about what I do. I'm a real nigga. I ain't got time for that shit. Call it what you want, because I'm not out here to win a popularity contest. I'm telling you the truth. I'm just really doing this from a standpoint of the average man coming from one place to try to get to another. And you know, we go through these things, you know what I'm saying? I feel like in life we have to, you know, come to certain conclusions and, you know, determine for ourselves where we want to be, how we want to live our lives. And honest and truthfully, if you see the fact that putting in an effort to do good works means you have to make sure that you're doing whatever it takes to make that point known, or to make that good, you know, it's still a good thing. It really is. It's still a good thing. And what's even better about it is the fact that you get the opportunity to take these things and go beyond them. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm smoking on a broken vape pen. I didn't say a vape pen, but broken vape pen. Yes, it's broken. Cracked that bitch like a week ago. Yeah, it would have lasted 2 weeks. Last year would have been a good 2 to 3 weeks done. But definitely hard body 2 weeks though. Not just that. It's just crazy. I just gotta say that was kind of crazy, the whole situation. But yeah, like, we mainly talk about how, we get into these conversations, and a lot of times while we're talking about stuff, we tend to just go into like different variations of conversations and stuff. Because talking for me is just, I don't know, I guess I just do that. But anyway, you know, me myself, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I can't really say how I measure trust in a friend because in my own way, it's kind of like self-explanatory. I measure my friendship by the things that they do, the way that we interact with each other, and everything that goes around that, really. Because I feel like when you're learning to be, or when you're just trying to be a good friend. I'm gonna say when you're learning to be a good friend. When you're just trying to be a good friend, and these good intentions are all you have, then there really is an open level of how high the measurement can go. Like, I understand for myself, there's a limitless, you know, amount that I display to certain friends. You know what I mean? It's very select, but I often keep good friends around in that manner because like those friends are the people that if I have a problem, I reach to them when I need to speak to someone or when I have something that I know I can't do on my own. um I understand my level of friendships, you know what I mean, that I contain, and I'm very happy to have friendships because of the way I measure people around me. I measure how I interact with other people and my level of, just how I carry myself nowadays, and even in any form, seems to be the type of thing that pulls in a different diameter of people. So for me, I'm basically just, being myself. I'm trying to continue to attract good souls, happy and people that are just enjoying what life has given us. You know, um, regardless of the the things going on in the day or in our weeks or in our lives, period. Because as a friend, as a person in the world today, I feel like we are these type of creatures that we don't have. Um, some of us can get along alone, you know. Some of us can't, but others, and it's a large number of others that just they feel like they would do better or they be better with at least someone, and others just feel that this is the way it should be. At least someone has to know I exist, outside of my immediate family, because of most cases, that's about the only thing that exists inside of them, inside of that, I should say. So, we have different um, things that we look into for measurements, and we try to weigh out these situations. You know what I mean? So for myself, I just look at it as something of a thing that we just look at like, yo, we are here in a place where are we're supposed to use this planet to continue to preserve our lives and enjoy these valuable, beautiful, and what would be forever monumentaries of momentous occasions of history that mark important pieces to this property of we call Earth, you know, and it's a lot when we look at how our world is, you know, the friends, the people that we have, the bonds that connect us, you know. Um, it's fascinating. It's all it's a plethora of different emotions. I'll just put it like that because you get all the emotions there: the happy, the sad, the confused, the frustrated, you know, content. But at the same time, for myself personally, I just look at it like, I look towards knowing that when you are, pursuing, or even not just pursuits, you're just having a go at life and understanding what's going on around you, you know what I mean? You get into these positions where you tend to have these connections at some point. Somewhere down that line, you're going to connect with someone. There's going to be someone out there that will pique your interest, and you will want to get more involved with whatever they are doing. And in that era of time, even I would, analyze. I would suggest anyone analyze how this person is, and all of those good things that you like, but also all of the things that could possibly potentially be bad things about this person. Not only just for yourself, because in any case of the matter, there are two sides of a coin. There's one side and there's the other side. And we can say good or we can say bad. And I don't know. I look at it on both sides. It's either, you can be, a coin that stands on its third axis, which that's a rarity. But hey, like I said, it happens and it can happen. But that's really where I'm at with it. I'm looking at it in the sense of, we are people who we definitely, want to be um, someone who can connect with another in, whatever way possible: physical connection, mental connection, emotional connection. Um, and in that, it builds a level of trust. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I mean when we're saying we're wanting to know how you measure trust in friendships, because this is something that it develops over time. These measurements get larger or shorter over time, um, especially if they start out at on a high. It's keeping them on a high measurement, on a high scale. You know, that begins to be the situation that shows dissipation. So I don't know. Like I know that in most cases, when it comes to how I measure my friends, I try to just know that all of my people are different, and with each person, I relate to them differently. You know, um, I talk to a bunch of my friends all the time, and for the most part, what I do understand is, like I said, both most of my friends all have different reflective views about everything. There's so much going on that does not um, broadcast the differentials of people so much so that it shows you that there are people that are out here really giving you that different side of life, that different view in life, you know. And it seems like it's only when you dig in and you go deeper and beyond the surface do you see these things, or do you analyze and begin to realize that these things actually um, happen in another way. Um, so for myself, I am thankful to have friends. I'm thankful that everyone in this world has an opportunity to, connect with someone um, in a way that fits the narrative that you should be socially connected to someone as far as people are concerned. Because I feel like we, as people, are probably the only species that doesn't really relate to, doesn't really hang with each other. Like we could be pack creatures, you know what I mean? Because of how we live, how we have to be able to progress around life or around in life. So much going on, so many things to do, and if you're a person in the world, you're measuring your trust with each of these people that you're doing them with, your level of trust. You know, it's like measuring the driver of your bus, you know, measuring the level of trust you have in the driver of your bus. You know, your bus driver is usually a good driver. He comes, he gets to work, he gets you there to work on time. You don't have to feel like you're gonna be, you're gonna die. It's gonna be pretty cut and dry. They're gonna make sure. This is stupid. It's crazy. Huh. Hey, mama. Hey, now. Right. That's just. Mm-mm. But that's what I mean. Like I look at like we. I don't know. I think we all do this at some point in our lives. Like we all have those people around us that we call our friends, and we look at them in different ways. We look at each of them differently. You know, we all have different friends for different things, for different reasons. There's, a different friend for a different reason. Like for me, example, I have a friend that I just go smoke weed with all the time, or a friend that, you know, when I want to go somewhere, that's the friend to go with. That's the friend to go out and go somewhere with. You know what I mean? Because they always know where to go. They always know what's going on. That's gonna be fun. That's gonna get you happening. You know what I mean? It's gonna get you out there. That's the measurement uh, that we're looking for when we measure trust in our friends. You know what I mean? That level of trust is more accustomed to like, oh man, I trust that this food's gonna do something that I like doing. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be dope anyway. You know, it's one of those levels. Like, and you don't really meet many people like that, but at the same time, a person who engages with friends or who wants to befriend people, you know what I mean? in this manner, you kind of look at how they, you want to measure it out. Like I said, you're measuring the trust in people. And, I mean, and each of these individuals, you try to give them the equal level of trust that you give everyone, but then you realize as you are going into the level or going into the level of being connected with this person, that some friends just don't fit the same equal level that you would like them to be at, or you would like to see them at, but you don't want to lose that connection as a friend. So I mean, being a friend to someone doesn't always have to mean that you're connected with them in a way where you know get what they're saying, even, you know what I mean. But at least being able to, have
More.
civilized
Yes.
talks
Button.
and
Double tap to activate.
conversations that involve you being productively
Banners.
invested.
Tap.
You
Brand.
know,
Selected. Start 2. Tap. StreamYard. Live viewer comments show on. PZTV. Comment actions. But off.
I'm over here checking the messages.
PZ
That's
Show.
all.
HT.
Don't you
Off.
worry. Happen to
The
be
PZ Show.
having a wonderful day
HTTPS.
today. So,
Comment actions.
question is, how do
Off.
we measure
Show comment
trust
on stage.
and friendship?
Rome 13. 6. That's the truth.
This one said.
Rome 13.
What up,
That's the
Rome?
truth. Comment actions. Button. Off.
But it's
Show
what I'm
comment on
saying. Like we
folders.
look at how these
Off.
measurements come through.
Comment.
You know what I'm
That's the
saying?
truth.
And I believe
Rome
that,
13.
in all honesty,
Off.
we
Show
just
comment on
we
stage.
do have
Toggle
to
on. High comment.
take that into
Toggle button. 1 of
inventory
6.
at some point. You know what I mean?
Double
Like
tap to toggle.
we go on multiple missions, trying to, you know, um, find that person that could possibly be like level on all levels, or that, those group of people that every one of these people fits the level of equal friendship or trust level you measure with people. Like, I have a friend that I trust with money, and I have a friend that I don't trust with money. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, we want to get into conversations like that. And like I said, if you don't feel the time or the need to join into this conversation, that's fine tonight. I mean, you just hear what I'm saying and take it in. But at the same time, there's also the opportunity for you to come in here and express your opinion about this situation or this particular topic, and get it in. You know what I mean? Because we are here to have this discussion so that we can open the door to a new conversation with people that really want to, you know, find a place that fits their understanding. And not only just us doing this for our people to be able to find us and get around to having these conversations with us on a latter day, even we can make this start right now to have something good. You see what I'm saying? So, and measuring, how we, deal with our friends or even be around our friends. Ooh. I think honestly, we take in so much of understanding, especially when it comes to how we develop these relationships with our friends. You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot. It's a lot of it involves a lot of, emotional connections and attachments there that, it's different.
PZTV. The PZ Show live.
Definitely different.
3 of 6.
Trust me.
Yes. Button.
And
Double tap to activate.
in all honesty,
Modal.
we deal in a level where,
Participants.
everybody is just,
Modal.
like I said, just
StreamYard.
looking
Video.
to get somewhere with,
Participants.
where they're in a
Mr.
relationship
J Guns
or in a
J.
position with people
Invite guests.
that they connect with,
Miss. Close modal.
not just
StreamYard.
anything, just
Video.
something that
Cam.
they
Button.
can connect with,
Double tap
something
to
they
activate.
feel
Yes.
like they
Button.
are invested
Double.
in.
More. Button.
So I
Cam.
get it,
Mute
definitely
microphone.
do,
Button.
and
Double tap to
it is a
activate.
beautiful,
Hide current
beautiful
comment.
thing. You know what I'm saying?
Folders.
So
Create folder.
definitely a beautiful thing.
Open folder.
I
Button.
don't know how you doing.
Hide current comment. Off. Comment actions.
Yeah, so
Thumb. Off. Show
but
comment on stage.
that's what I'm talking
Top.
about, for
Clip
real.
easy show live. 4 of 7.
So like, you know, we like I said, we go through all of these
Comment
different
actions.
level of things, you know what I'm saying, all the time.
https
So
//streamyard.com/
when it's you know us that take in you know these conversations you know on a week
https
to week basis where you know we
//streamyard.com/
tend to just have these
off.
times where you know what I
Clip
mean.
easy show.
For me, man, it's just me trying to talk with y'all and have these you
Comment
know
actions.
segment of time where we
Button.
can
Off.
discuss a
Show.
topic
Rome 13.
around you know anything. You know what I'm
That's the
saying?
truth.
So it's
Comment
a
actions.
time
Off.
for
Show comment on stage.
getting
Rome 13.
involved,
7 of
more or less.
thumbs up. Comment actions. But off.
But
Show comment on stage.
yeah, it's definitely a you know a
Hide current comment.
different
Button.
atmosphere that
Double tap
we
to
are
activate.
living in these days
Off.
when it comes to our friends
Hide current
out
comment.
here and
Folders.
having
Hide.
all of these
Off. Comment
different
actions.
things going on. You know what I mean? We're looking to
Thumbs up.
provide ourselves with a little bit of clarity these days. You know, I don't know, but I think about a lot of things like that. While I still got some time left to say this, I want to jump out there and let you guys know. Tomorrow, New Wave Music Wednesday. If you are ready, submit your music now, mrjguns at gmail.com, or you can drop it in the WhatsApp at +1 518 776 5154, or you can just go ahead and join the Discord server if you're watching from Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Hit that Discord link that's in the description box and join the Discord server, man. And drop that music in the category marked "Submit Here" on the New Wave Music Wednesday channel. So, yes, New Wave Music Wednesday has its own category, actually. The New Wave Music Wednesday category is segregated so that there is a room for the chat and a room for you to submit your music. So, yeah, like, you know, this is what we do. That's just it. And yeah, like I want you guys to drop in and drop by because we're about to get this thing jumping. You know how we do for New Wave Music Wednesday. It's a Wednesday thing, man. It's love. It's that hump day love day. Love hump day love thing. You know what I'm saying, man? But yeah, so that's really where we're at with it. We're making all of these necessary moves to try to just, you know what I'm saying, keep doing what we do. Plus, at the end of the year, y'all know what we're doing. It's getting closer and closer. So, you know, we about to start rolling and keeping it rolling, keeping doing what we doing. You know, hopefully you guys get it and tune in with it. Um, but yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I definitely don't want to go too far into, you know, too much more, but I just wanted to say that and get that out there as we get back into it. Mm. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. Mm-hmm. Yep. And that's it. And that is it. Both just want you to agree, and one just wants you to agree with them. It's crazy. It is. And I mean, I look at the measurements that I come up with. You know, it's at its different levels. Like I said, I can't even give a number to value it because I don't value it in numbers. I weigh it by, you know, the conditions of, you know, the people that I'm around because um, it only takes, you know, one thing to happen for one thing that happened for you to end up in that kind of a situation that and it can really change you. It could actually change you. And that's just it. Like for real. Like I know that, myself personally, um when it comes to how I measure friendship and trust in friendship, um it's definitely a different variation because like I said, I have friends I have friends I trust with money and friends I would never give a dollar to. I really don't feel like I would probably ever give them a dollar because I just don't think I would ever. It would be the last time I would see the dollar. But it's mainly not even just the thing because I hate to say it, but in the world we live in, the world I'm in right in the world I'm living in right now, I have to conserve every dollar I get because I can't even stretch a little bit to do the slightest, but I do when I do because if I ain't got it and I don't need it and it's just a dollar or two, I ain't got no problem with it, none at all. But if in fact it becomes one of those scenarios where I gotta figure something out here because I'm bleeding and not in a good way, you know, we gotta figure something out. And that's just me. Like I mean, like we're looking at the hows and the how we, of things in this situation. It's just I would love to. Oh, oh, sorry. I would love to connect with people that I feel like I can do that with, or I can have no problem giving these things to, and offer to making sure that what I mean, what we're doing or how I am conducting my friendship with this person continues in the manner it's in. Because for me, like I have a way with myself around my friends where I just feel like, what I mean, when I'm with somebody that I'm really calling you my friend, I what I mean, I look forward to doing shit with you. Like I'm one of those dudes. I'm like, yo, let's go find something to do today. What you want to do? I'm just chilling. I know it sounds weird, but what the fuck? Let's get out of the crib. Let's go somewhere. Let's do some shit. You know what I'm saying? Let's find some shit to get into. You know, I mean, that's just on the spare time we hanging time. You know what I'm saying? So for me, that's kind of how I'm looking at it because of the way things are in the world today. You know what I'm saying? We have to be go go go, even though we don't have nowhere to go go go. For some reason, like everything just got to be instantaneous almost, and if not, it doesn't make headway. So it's it's the way of the world now, and I don't know. Like for myself personally, like I said I'm here to say the one thing that I know I'm feeling. Maybe you're not willing to say what I'm feeling, but I look at it in the sense of I try to be um, a, a friend to anyone that is, you know, making the effort to do what makes a friend, to do that thing that makes you a friend or qualifies you as the definition states. A friend is someone who allies with you on like subjects or like themes. You know what I mean? Like mindedness in a sense of the way. So you see what I'm saying? Like that's what I mean. Like when I say I have measurements that I tend not to use the numbers behind. Oh, because there are names for these people. You know what I mean? There are names for these individuals that you have to set aside. You know, like that. Cause like I don't know. It's like when you look at the fact that my category is associate, friend, and bruh. That's fam right there. associate, friend, and family. And I have classifications, you know what I mean, when it comes to fam and friend and associate. So each of these levels, each of these particular names come with the class. They come with their own particular class. You know what I mean? Like the name friend doesn't
Comment action.
have the same value as
Row 13.
you may think friend has.
Everything's so bad right now. 3 period. It can get overwhelming and take over. Can't let that happen.
Absolutely. Rome says everything can get bad at times and take over. It is overwhelming. And that's very true.
Comment action.
That is very true.
Button.
And I mean, it's what we have
Hide current comment.
as a situation in our lives,
Folders.
man. And it's sad, but
Hide
it's
current
really
Off.
us trying
Comment action.
to
Everything's so bad
get
right now. 3 period. It can get overwhelming and take over.
over
Can't let that happen.
crazy. It really is. All of us just trying to get over the crazy and find reality and rationale in the way of world. You know what I mean? Thank you. Thank well, thank you.
Absolutely. Happy to help.
Hit the damn thing the wrong way. But anyway, you know what? This conversation is so good. I would love to keep it up with you, but you know what to do. You guys have this whole time to sit back after you get a chance to review this and take in the answers that you heard from me and put something together on your own.
Off.
Because honestly,
Show comment on
I
stage.
just want to hear your
Toggle
comments
button.
in the comment section for me,
Off. Show
you
comment on
know? And if you could do
Home
that for
button.
me, that
Window
would be greatly appreciated. Because
More.
at the end of the day,
button.
it's what it's all about
Off.
here. You know what I mean? We're basically just giving you guys a floor to have these
Home
discussions
button.
with.
Window.
And
Yes.
if that
More.
means
Button.
that you have them, whether
End.
you're on with me and I'm bringing
the
them
stream.
up with you,
Dialogue.
or
End the stream.
we're having this conversation on the
End the stream.
aftermath in the comment
End
section.
stream.
I'm
Button.
down with that too.
Double tap to activate.
So from me to you, this is the show and this is what we do. But every week we always come with something new. So the next conversation might be something from you. If that's true, you know what to do. Hit me up in the Discord server, drop by and leave me that love in the text message boxes that you are suggestively given to drop in and leave it. Because I'm always looking for suggestions to talk about when it comes to the topics of the day. Because we love them. We love them when it comes from the people most of all. Because it's beautiful, man. It just shows the level of involvement that I just love to see when it comes to the people that we do this show for, my P Weebles. So like I said, man, appreciate y'all for being here. Appreciate y'all for tapping in with us tonight and being a part of what we do here on the show. Check us out tomorrow for New Wave Music Wednesday as we get it in. And until then, yeah. Aight, let's go. Hey, come on. Hey, you know what time it is. Let's go.
Grab your camera phones and your device. Kick off your shoes and grab yourself some popcorn, baby. Cause the Easy Show is alright. Monday through Saturday, 7 p.m.
It's 7 p.m. Eastern
Camera
Time.
phones and your device.
Hey,
Grab yourself some popcorn.
let's go.
Easy Show.
It's on. It's on.
Come chill with us.
Tell them something, man.
We got the vibe. Welcome to my room. Yes, I'm fine. Catch me Monday through Saturday live.
7 p.m. East Coast time. Yup.
We on the rise. Kick up the shoes. Enjoy the ride.
What we can do is motivate minds like Motivation Monday. Y'all up on your line. With topics to try, thinking, inclined, wasting some time till we get to Wednesday where we can ride to New Wave Music with an independent thrive. Yup.
Talk Back Thursday. Where we don't talk, you don't talk to me. Yeah, PZ's open might be the place where you can take talk to me. But I like Saturdays to remind me of the most type of days.
You can get on mic and you can rock the stage, but you only got 30 minutes. Join the stream.
So won't you come join with me? You can be a part of me in the PCT.
I call my piece P Weebles Peace.
Every weekly on the planet.
Yeah, you know it.
Won't you come join with me? You can be a part of me.
Come talk about it. Talk about it. Talk about it.
Talking about it. I want them talking about it. Tell them all about it.
Y'all know what time it is.
Talking about it.
Come on.
Talking about it.
Come on.
Live
Yeah, yeah.
video.
Talk about it. Come on, talk about it. Tell them all about it.
7 p.m. talking about it.
So grab your camera phones and go to guys. Pack up your shoes and grab yourself some popcorn, baby. Cause the Peasy Show is online Monday through Saturday, 7 p.m. Baby. Grab your camera phones and go to guys. Kick off your shoes and grab yourself some popcorn, baby. Cause the Peasy Show is online, so come chill with us.
Hey, you know what it is, man. I'm just saying. So, it's time to go. But you know what we do, man. I appreciate y'all for being here, and I appreciate y'all for tuning in with me. Check us tomorrow for the next one. We out. Yeah. No, I love you.